The Intrepid Museum, originally the Intrepid Sea, Air and Space Museum, is an American military and maritime history museum in New York City. It is located at Pier 86 at 46th Street, along the Hudson River, in the west side of Manhattan. The museum was proposed in the late 1970s as a way to preserve Intrepid, and it opened on August 3, 1982. First, you can visit the U.S. submarine Growler. It is the only American missile submarine that's open for public tours. The USS Growler was built in 1958 and now is docked alongside the Intrepid. Access is included with general admission, and proposes a fascinating peek inside life aboard a submarine and behind the controls of what was once a top-secret missile command center. You can also see the crew's mess dining/recreation room, the control room and attack center, and the torpedo rooms that were intended for use as self-defense, 2 periscopes, the sonar and radio rooms, Growler's largest sleeping area which contains 46 bunks as well as officers' private rooms, and Growler's 3 diesel engines. Aircraft carrier Intrepid is the museum's namesake and centerpiece. Most of the museum's collection is composed of aircraft, which are exhibited on the flight deck. The vessel's top deck, or flight deck covered with a collection of military aircraft, represents all 5 branches of the U.S. Armed Forces. Look out for an Avenger torpedo bomber and an A-12 Blackbird, the world's fastest military jet. Plus you can get a bonus, incredible views of Midtown Manhattan. A new pavilion for the Space Shuttle Enterprise opened in 2012. It is set within an exhibition hall that's accessible from the Intrepid's top deck. Visitors to the Space Shuttle Pavilion get to view the impressive Space Shuttle Enterprise firsthand, along with a Soyuz TMA-6 space capsule, related artifacts, and multimedia displays. The shuttle was the prototype NASA orbiter that pioneered the early United States spaceflight programs, Mercury and Gemini. And while it was never sent into space, it is credited with paving the way for the United States Space Shuttle program. This interactive exhibit also features artifacts, photographs, audio, and films that explore the triumphs and tragedies of the Space Shuttle program. USS Intrepid, also known as the Fighting Eye, is one of 24 Essex-class aircraft carriers built during World War II for the United States Navy. She is the 4th U.S. Navy ship to bear the name and served in World War II, the Cold War, and the Vietnam War. The Intrepid was awarded 5 battle stars for its World War II service. In August 1982, the ship was opened as the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum. 4 years later, Intrepid was officially designated as a National Historic Landmark. The Intrepid Museum spans 3 of the carrier's decks. From top to bottom, they are the flight, hangar, and gallery decks. Due to fire safety regulations, Intrepid's other decks remain closed to the public. The superstructure's command bridges are accessible to the public. You can explore the carrier's navigation bridge and learn how crew members navigated the oceans in any weather as you explore chart tables, radar consoles, communications equipment, the captain's quarters and more. At the front of the carrier, artifacts from the officers' quarters are displayed in the forecastle. The junior officers and general the living quarters as well as the crew's quarters, berthing areas, mess deck, and pilot-ready room are open to the public. There you can see how naval personnel lived and worked in the aircraft. Experience what life was like for more than 50,000 men who served on board. The hangar deck originally contained 4 permanent exhibit halls. The Pioneer Hall, which is dedicated to early air travel. Technology Hall contains displays about spaceflight. Navy Hall has Navy artifacts and a film. And Intrepid Hall discusses Intrepid's role in World War II. The hangar deck also contains a space dedicated to Medal of Honor recipients, as well as some aviation artifacts and plaques detailing the carrier's history and exhibits. Also on the hangar deck is the Explorium, an interactive hall with exhibits such as a full-size Bell 47 helicopter, science/learning area, featuring hands-on exhibits. There is a 3-inch weapon mount on the carrier's island on the starboard side, as well as an anti-aircraft mount in a gun tub on the starboard bow. Also on the flight deck is a plaque marking the spot where a 1944 kamikaze attack killed or injured 22 soldiers. This is a fascinating floating museum on the Hudson River in the middle of New York City. Definitely worth visiting. I hope you liked my video. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.